Okay, gonna do a little test of the engines, and I'm gonna use this Peterbilt for the test subject. I'm gonna go to each category, like cat, Cummins, I think the Paccar. I don't know whether they have a Detroit here. Paccar, yeah, Detroit's there. So I'm just gonna go to some of the performance engines and the top rated horsepower ones, and just have a little listen to them and see what they're like. I'm gonna go through all the makers, but just the most powerful engines to give an idea. Firstly, truck sounds. I always turn the turbo volume down because you get a high pitch whistle, which is really annoying for me on long runs. But for test purposes, we're gonna set that to 50%. We can get it on bloody 50%. Jesus, come on. I wish there was just a little click and it goes back in the middle. There. Interior sounds, I'll put that up to 50. This is like, say, factory preset. These are all on 50. So none of that matters really. So that's how it is, default standard. So let's give that a try. Okay, we're in the service station, and the truck, I'm going to test out these engines where there's this Peterbilt here, and we'll just have a look. It's top spec, except for this here, it's not recommending it. But the gearbox as well are all 18 speeds, right? So I'm not going to change any of this. So this one now has the Cat 3406E straight pipe, chipped, tuned, 735 horsepower. That's the rest of the specs, as you can see. So this is what it can do. So let's go out. Right, so here's the truck. Let's put it out a bit. Let's get it on the sunny side. Okay, so this is with the Cat 75 horsepower engine in. Start up. Now revs. Now if you can hear that whistle, that's the turbo. And now you know why I take them down, because it's just incredibly annoying. So inside test. The annoying whistle. You can try that out yourself, just drop it down if it's annoying you. Well, that was only a short run, but that's that one done. But we'll go to the next expensive one. If we have a look over here, once you click that, you will notice the torque ratio has gone down. The higher the torque, the better it is for going up hills. So we're gonna stuff that in. Right, engine start. Yeah, not as nice, is it? Revs. nice at all. Raspy. So let's have a listen inside. Yeah, a bit thinner. Bit annoying for me. But then again, you might like it. Okay. Okay, I thought I'd extend it because the last one was the 835, which was a V8 engine. Yeah, I didn't particularly like it. It was too raspy and noisy, so we're going to stuff this one in. The C12 heavy duty engine start test. First impressions, I like it. Let it rev up. Again, the incredibly annoying turbo for me. White noisy down at full revs as well. Let's go inside. This is more of a test of where you'll be listening to it. Again. Nice sound there, just pairing along nicely. Okay, now for some slow revs. Again, quite noisy. Okay, and so let's go to a mid-engine 600 straight pipe, same as this straight pipe, and let's have a little listen to this. It's 1200 RPM again. We'll bang that in. Okay. That's centralised in the ears. It's a bit to the right. There. Yeah, just ticking over nice. A bit funkier, but okay. That's not over revving. A nice engine on a long run. Again, the turbo's atrocious. A little go inside. Well, that's nice, smooth, ticking over. Yeah, it's not a bad engine for long runs. may take the turbo down though. Yeah, that's a nice engine. Yeah, in my opinion. Well, why not? Let's throw the cheapest engine in. 350 horsepower. There is another 350 down here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Yeah, well, 335. Yeah, let's see what that does. We'll throw that in. Cat 3406B, 350. Okay, this is a test now. Starting off. 350, but it's got a nice grunt. Revs. Well, that had a lovely start up, sort of in the mid of the engine, then, you know, got quite annoying loud, so just a bit annoying at top revs. Okay, let's go inside. Quite nice. Revs. Yeah, quite nice. I haven't got my best headphones in at present. Let's let that plane go over. Yeah, quite bassy, boomy. So let's have a little whiz round the block here. Yeah, not bad for the size. Now onto the Cummins engines. We'll just go for the most expensive at present, which is an 825 horsepower. Cummins X-15 Delete. Straight pipe, probably heavy duty. Sounds mod pack on it. 16-15 pound. So let's throw that in. Bit quieter than that engine in these headphones I've got on. Centralizer. Okay, rev test. Well, quite low to start and gets quite noisy. Well, as expected. Rev test. Well, what I did notice there with this engine, as you're revving it, with the cat engines, sort of halfway through the revs, it's top. This is full travel of the accelerator, and it's revving and revving continuously. Did you notice that little noise there? At the end, as it's changing gear. Annoying for me, anyway. Woo! Yeah, I did try another engine that was like that, made a funny noise in between gear changes, which for me it's annoying. So hopefully you can hear that. For that reason, I personally wouldn't use that engine, because that would annoy me. Now we go on to the most horsepower, which is the Cummins open pipe V8, 935 horsepower, heavy duty. You can see the specs on the right as I click. The changes, although you can read them here. Bang that in. Start test. Immediately that's louder than the last engine at idle. Rev test. Nice smooth builder. Okay, inside. Lovely gurgling, idling sound on that. Of the revs, slow build. I'm at top now. I've still got travel on the accelerator. About another quarter to go down. No noise. And what I like about that one, wasn't much of a whistling sound from the turbo, or whether it hasn't got one, I don't know. It's there, but it's more of a hiss than a whistle. Let's have a little run round the yard. Yeah, here it's like a tyre being deflated. Not bad. Thought it'd be a bit more noisy, but next one. Well, just notice we've also got this Cummins open pipe V8 900 heavy duty. So let's give that a try. Select that. This was the V8 we just tried, 935. So let's bang in that 900. See what difference it makes. Okay, here we are outside. Let's test turning the engine on. Yeah, a little bit more flattery. Let's do a rev test. Yeah, a flattery. I was just competing with the aeroplane going across there. Again, we have that hissing sound, the turbo. Let's go in. Okay, let's try it inside. Yeah, like that. It's okay. Rev test. Okay, that nearly had full travel with the accelerator, just a little bit left to go. A little bit of hissing, but okay. And why not try the Cummins M11 835 heavy duty, which is M11 Plus. Have a little listen to that one, bang it in. Let's have a little listen to it starting up. First impression, sounded like it dropped a bag of spanners. Like that. Okay, rev test. Can't say I like that. Sort of only went halfway with the accelerator pedal as well, and it was at top revs inside. Slow revs. Now I'm only halfway on the accelerator on my G923 wheel. Now just pushed it all the way down. Whoops-a-diddle. Yeah, not for me, that one. So, sort of mid-engine, 600, bang it in. Okay, start up. Revs. Yeah, some parts were okay for me, and it just went a bit too much of the whistle, but I can take that out, as I said before. Yeah, which is the turbo. Okay, inside. Nice, pleasant. Revs. Now that took all of me pedal to utilise my accelerator. Now this is me foot right down all the time from get-go. It struggles to get going. Foot right down. Still right down. Foot's on the floor. Foot's on the floor. What's going on here? That's the gears, yeah. Foot on the floor. Jeez, there's no go in it. No go whatsoever. Let's test that with a slower. Right, it's gone into fourth gear. Okay, it's different if you've got your own gears set up, but let's do it a bit smoother. No. 13th gear. Not really a good test doing it with my sort of sequence rail automatic setup. It's just going nowhere. Not like that at all. Weird. Okay, next one. I should try another 600 actually after that. And this is the next 600 down in price. I'm going to try this because that other one was awful. Cummins ISM-13 straight pipe. Let's have a little go at this. Okay, engine start. Nice. Revs. Well, that was alright. That was full travel at the pedal as well, which is good. I like that. Much better than that other one. Okay, inside, start up. Yeah, sounds nice to me. Nice rumble. Okay, revs. Again, the aeroplane going over, spoiling it. But really nice, that one, for the 600 engine, compared to the last one was atrocious. What was really good about that, it took every single ounce out of me accelerator from beginning right to travel all the way through. It was there all the way through, beginning to end. Okay, let's have a little drive round and probably start crying now. Okay, put right down. Oh yeah, it's taking off. Yeah, that's moving. God, the other one wouldn't even move. Great. Just put my foot right down there. Right down. Yeah, the pickup feels better on this. Much better. Oh, I think that's a good choice for a mid-engine. Yeah, not a bad sound. Once I take the turbo volume down, it'll be perfect that for a mid-engine. Thankfully we changed that. Why not? Let's take the cheapest engine. It's got quite a low torque on it. Although that's got the same sort of there. But the 370, there is a 355, but the torque's higher. Better for hills if you hill travel. No, that's just better for hills. Okay. So let's bang that in and give that a try. Engine start. Sounds nice. Right between the ears. Revs. And that's where it ended for me. Didn't like it on the revs. So inside, start up. Quite nice. Nice rumble. Revs. as clattery inside. But again, that was only half travel of the pedal, the accelerator pedal, which I didn't like. Oh, a little whiz round the pad here. Well, as expected. And it is pulling a heavy truck as well. On to the next. And now on to the Detroit engines. Detroit Diesel Series 6800 heavy haul. 800 horsepower. Bang that in. Okay, engine start. Now on to the revs. Again, turbo whistle, which I can take off. Didn't like the start up though. Personally, here's the champagne. Okay, inside. Plus it only half travelled on the accelerator. Start up. Revs. Still had a quarter of the pedal to go. Now that escaping air sound, changing gear, that would just drive me crazy. Not for me, that one, I'm afraid. There's not as many as these Detroit engines. Go through them there. Some of the others. So I am going to try the next one down, the 735, because I just didn't like that one at all. Bang it in. Engine start. Again, don't like that. Revs. Again, half travel, the accelerator, engine start. Revs. the pad. Now another one not for me, that. Try the mid-engine Detroit diesel 60. See what that's like. Not looking good up to now for me, these Detroit engines. Okay, engine start. Revs. Engine start. Do that again because of the aeroplane. Engine start. Revs. Quarter of the pedal left to go. Getting that air loss between changes. Not for me, the Detroit trucks for now. Not going to bother with anymore. And last but not least, the Paccar engine. You hear good things about these, but one thing I've sort of clocked onto is this is the most expensive, and obviously because the torque, you see, is higher. Now, I thought the torque is for hill travel. That's what I thought it was, but when I look at that and then go on hill travel here, optimizes truck's powertrain for smoother hill climbing. So that's 1850. This should be less, but it's better. Well, I'll have to look into that because I thought that's what it meant. Engine start. Revs. First impression, nice sound, and nice sound travel through the revs. Let's go inside. Engine start. Oh, let's that aeroplane go over first. Okay, engine start. Smooth. Revs. Yeah, still had a quarter of travel on the accelerator, but a nice smooth sounding engine for long journeys, in my opinion. Have a little go round the pad. Oh, you can really see why people like them. Like that one too. Now onto the Paccar MX-13 735 heavy duty engine, which is not as expensive as that, but I have good hopes for this. Confirm. Okay. Engine start. Engine revs. A little bit thinner, and the annoying turbo whistle, which I have to take off. Inside, wait for that airy to go over and the rain to stop. Okay, engine start. Do that again, actually. Engine start. Revs. Well, a good full travel with the accelerator. Yeah, with the rev counter. So that was good. I like that. Yeah, not too loud either. No, but I preferred the 550 sound. Just have a little run around the pad with it. Well, it was okay. Not too bad, but I actually like the 550 better. Seeing how there's not that many engines, I've just done these. Call that the 550 before it's the 510. I actually like the sound of that better. Obviously, they're faster. So not much difference here. So I'm gonna try this one next. Then we'll jump onto a mid-engine. Let's bang that in. Right, outside test. Engine start. Revs. Jump inside. Engine start. Just let that airplane go over. Okay, revs. Yeah, that's okay. Utilizes the full travel of the pedal, the accelerator with the rev counter control do light. Run round the pad. Pulls away nicely. No weird sounds like an engine. Sorry, gear changes. Yeah. Quite good. I see why they like these engines. Okay, onto the 600 horsepower mid-engine. Jumping back from the 700. Bang that in. Okay, engine start. Revs. Inside. Engine start. Nice. Revs. Yeah, again, that utilises all my travel in the accelerator pedal to the rev counter. Great. Little run around the pad. It got a bit slower as expected. It was going down horsepower. And once again, we'll finish off on the cheapest engine. They're all MX anyway. Paccar MX-13. 405 horsepower. 900 RPM. Only jumps to 1,000 there when you get to 500. At that point, although that's 9 at 7 and that what have you. So the highest one is 1,000 RPM. I mean, that's what you must be paying for, because these are all 900, even at higher horsepower, say. 900, all the same. Anyway, the 405, confirm, engine start. Quite nice, actually. Revs. Inside, start. Revs. Noticeably on that one, I still had a quarter of the pedal to go. So it's not corresponding exactly. Okay, we'll have a little run round the pad. That's off in second gear. Oh, pretty much as expected. But it's perfectly okay. Well, got to finish off on the 550, which is sort of the mid-engine size between these, because it goes from 735 to 405. So The mid-engine has to be the 550. And if you notice the sliders here, for a heavy car going hill travel, bum, bum. See the normal cargo going up better and better and better. You get to the 550, which seems a good all-rounder, and then it drops here. So the 550 is a good choice by the look of it. So I think that's a good one to choose. Let's go for that. Engine start. Middle of the ears. Revs. Okay, bit of a thinner sound, but let's have a look inside. Okay, inside, engine start. Nice. Revs. Nice, that's utilizing all the pedal travel again. Okay, we'll try a little run round the pad. Yeah, good pickup. Good mid-engine. Very nice. So just a little bonus at the end. I'll take my truck turbo volume back down to 5%. And I've got the interior sound volume at 24%. Now, this sort of gets rid of that annoying high-pitched whistle turbo I've been talking about. Okay, engine. Okay, I've installed the Cat V8 again. Usually all these Cats are the ones with the high-pitched whistle. I do like them, but the only way I can live with them is taking that turbo volume down. So, if, like me, you like the sound of them, it's already in anyway. But that annoys you. I'll show you the difference now. Okay, engine start. Revs. Inside, engine start. Revs. Now on this one, you get the full rev counter right up to the top. Still had a little bit of trouble to go in the acceleration pedal. Little run around the pad, see what that whistle's like. Well, that's just a little tip there if you don't like that annoying high-pitched turbo whistle. As you could hear on mine there, it is there very slightly in the background. You can judge it to whatever you like. I've got it set to 5%. You can take it completely off if you want, or bring it up or down slightly. But that's personally what I do. Well, hopefully you enjoyed some of them selection of engines. Couldn't go through all of them, but you'll get an idea. Thanks for watching.